Hi, I'm Anna, and Diablo 4 Beta Early Access Diablo 4 Beta is over. And guys, here's for you my piece of feedback about the game. I'll tell you in this video things that I loved about the game and things that I hated about the game. Everything new will be here for you. Okay, let's go. Let's start from the hate, guys, you nasty people. Okay, chat asked for hate, we are going for hate. Okay, what I hated about the game, about the Diablo 4. Numero uno, inventory. Inventory is ridiculous. So, in Diablo 4, the inventory has 3 rows, bunch of sockets in the rows, but absolutely every item in the game has the same size. So your pants will be the same size as your jewelry, as your ring, and together, and it will have the same size as your gem, which is really annoying, which is really small. I checked, I noticed that after one dungeon, completing one dungeon, I have to go back to town and salvage or sell my items or do something with my items, because inventory is filling up really quick, and you need the items because you need the money, you need gold. And this, by the way, kind of good, but the inventory is just not nice. Inventory is really annoying. Either the items should have different size, or maybe we should have a different page for gems, for example. That would also kind of solve the issue. Or maybe one page for armor, one page for jewelry. I would even take this, because at this point, when your ring has the same size as your chest armor, it's kind of not that cool, not that nice. It's not inventory. I know maybe a lot of people would love to have kind of inventory Tetris from Diablo 2. A lot of people would hate inventory Tetris from Diablo 2. I absolutely get it. Absolutely got it. But I don't know. Inventory 2, Diablo 2 inventory Tetris seems at this point even better than just the same size of the items all the time. So this is something that I don't like. Oh, guys, creative solution from chat. What if we will have a horse inventory? So in the actual game, you have to increase the inventory space. Basically, you're using your horse, and on your horse you have an inventory. You can also pick up the items and put them in your horse inventory. That would be absolutely amazing, I think. Okay, number 2, what I don't like about the game, what was kind of annoying in the game, it is the fact that dungeons are quite repetitive. You really quick, first couple of times you're doing them, you're enjoying the views, you're enjoying the monsters, but really quick you have this feeling that the dungeons are repeating themselves. The structure of the dungeons and the quests in the dungeons are repeating themselves really often. It's partially compensated by the fact that you don't need to complete all the dungeons. You are completing the dungeons, either they're part of the story, but they're just the little dungeons as a part of the story, and also you're completing the dungeons when he needs the Codex of powers, the legendary powers from the Codex of Power. On one hand, so you don't have to complete all the dungeons. On the also, dungeons will be in the end game, they will be changed by the modifiers. Yeah, in the end game we will have nightmare dungeons, we will be using sigils, hopefully that's how they're called. They will be modifying the dungeons, so the quests, the objectives in the dungeons will be different. This is all cool, but still the dungeons experience, it is quite repetitive and it's quite annoying, unfortunately. So surprisingly, in the Diablo game, in Diablo 4, you don't actually that excited about going into a dungeon. You prefer exploring the fields to see what's going on around and not going into the dungeons. Nice touch to the dungeon mechanics, to this dungeon system, is that you need to get the legendary powers. Completing the dungeons, by completing the dungeons, you're collecting the legendary powers for your Codex of Power. And this is really nice because it is triggering your gathering instincts or your collector instincts. So you wanna collect the legendary powers and you wanna finish your collection. You wanna get all the dungeons, and this is kind of driving you forward. This is moving you. This is giving you the reason to complete all the dungeons. But once again, by itself, dungeons are not that interesting, I would say. Okay, and the last piece of negativity from me about the game is clans. Guys, there are only 150 players in the clan, maximum possible. First of all, it's not enough. It's so not enough, even already in the beta. And the second major minus, so far, there is no actually clan functionality, there is no clan quests, there is no clan anything. There is no clan life, so to say, that was somehow announced or that we know about that will be there. Maybe later, after the release, something will appear, but currently clans are small. And clans are something that's basically helping you to find the party, how it is working in Diablo 3, but they don't have the actual meaning, which is, no, for me it is really sad. I was hoping to form the ultimate clan squad, I don't know, and go all together fight the world boss and have the world boss clan leaderboard and have yeah, this is just all dreams, guys. It's just all dreams, but that would be absolutely sick and absolutely amazing. Some clan events or something like this. There we have Diablo Immortal, where we have clan wars, actual clan wars available, and this is ultimately sick. So I'm kind of look at the clan in Diablo 4 and really hope to have eventually something like this available. The other thing that I don't like about Diablo 4 is Barbarian, but okay, tough topic, we're not gonna talk about this. Let's better talk about love. Guys, what I loved, what I enjoyed the most in the game, or at least what I can think about right now. Okay, first of all, guys, I played Content Creators Beta back in November, so I knew what to expect. I knew what's coming, and here I'm basically telling you about the things that surprised me, that I was excited about to see in this beta. And first of all, guys, it is the animation and the lighting of the game. So how I felt from the beta that we played in November to the beta that we played now in March, a lot of skills were polished and animation is now brighter. Your character is brighter, animation is brighter. I really enjoy it because you can now actually see things on the screen, and your character and animation and everything became brighter, shinier, sparklier. Skills looks absolutely amazing, absolutely stunning, even by some barbarian skills, but I haven't told you absolutely anything about this. I just love that in which direction developers went a little bit more until they went to the lights. They turned to the light side a little bit more. The game is still dark, the game is still gloomy, the game is still, there is a lot of blood everywhere. But now at least you can see this blood! And you can see the beautiful, really beautiful scale. I think it's in Diablo game, what your characters are doing, how beautiful your characters are performing the skills. It's also really important, and that's why it is so cool! The next ultimate love point is going to the Butcher. Come on, guys, that was obvious, but I guess you all enjoyed the butcher. I guess everyone, you always slaughtered by the butcher. I encountered the butcher only once during the beta, and I feel the pain and I feel the suffer, and it's so sad that I saw him only once. I wanna see him again. I wanna try him again. This is so amazing. This is such a comeback from Diablo 1, and he is fast and he is dragging you to himself. I don't know, he is fast, he is ultimately powerful, and he's so scary, and he has the proper sound, and he can one-shot you, okay, two-shot you maximum. So this feels ultimately beautiful and really nice touch from the developer team. He is spamming randomly in the dungeons. You can't specifically go to some place and you will see there the butcher. No, you're in the middle of the dungeon, you're not thinking about the butcher, you don't think about absolutely anything, and in the next room you see him, he's jumping out of nowhere on you, and he is trying to kill you, and most likely he will succeed. Wow, good touch, really well made. Adding also a little piece, world bosses are cool. World bosses are just cool, guys. Try them in the open beta, they will destroy you. If you're playing hardcore, they will destroy you. Be really careful, but you will die. World bosses are really cool. That was absolutely a great experience in the beta. What else I loved? What else is awesome? Kinda, probably for some people, obvious thing I will say, but well, the lore, the story is really cool. It is on point, guys. It's absolutely going with the Diablo story. I will not spoil you absolutely anything, but it is, I just believe it's really well made. It is really on point. The story and the lore, it is dark, it is sad, it is Sanctuary. Nothing good is happening in the Sanctuary, basically, and we all should join Lilith. We really should join Lilith in all of this and stop fighting Lilith. What the hell are we doing there? And yeah, guys, from the very first act we see Lilith already. What Lilith is doing, she's absolutely gorgeous, and well, really nice. Another really cool thing is, in my opinion, Codex of Power system, guys. Well, Diablo 4 gonna have the new, for Diablo games, itemization system. We're gonna have the legendary items will be dropping. You have normal items, magic items, rare items, legendary items, and everything that is higher than legendary items. But doesn't matter, it was not dropping in the beta, it will drop later. So far, in the beta, we had a lot of legendary items. And the legendary powers on those legendary items, they are not bound to this exact item. You can extract the legendary power from an item and you can imbue it on a different item. You can also collect the legendary powers in your Codex of Power. To collect the legendary powers, you need to complete the dungeons. And you have this collection. I need to collect everything. I need to collect legendary powers. And you can collect the powers for your character, the one that you're playing right now, or you can collect the powers also for the different characters. And then later, when you will be starting a different character, you already have the Codex of Power, you already have the powers for this character. And Codex of Power, yeah, it's working like a book. You can use the power from the Codex of Power and you can put it on a different legendary item or on a rare item, and this will upgrade the rare item into a legendary item. This actually sounds quite complex, but this is also showing the complexity that the game has, the depth in those systems with the Codex of Power, with the items, how it's all working together. But it's complex and simple at the same time. I personally think that it has this nice sweet level of complexity. You also need to think about how the skills are working in combination of those legendary powers, which stats do you have on the items to work good with combination with legendary powers from the Codex of Power, and all over this. It's great. It is just great. It feels nice. It feels good for the nerds. It feels how you have something to grind for. You need to complete the dungeons to collect all the powers, and you can immediately look at the map and you can immediately choose the dungeons that you need, which powers do you need, which dungeons do you need to complete, for which build you are going, how you're building your character, how you're putting things together. It's a really sweet system, new for Diablo 4, but sweet and nice. Codex of Power is also giving the value, gigantic value, to your rare items, because now you are not just salvaging them right away, you're checking every rare item, because maybe the stats on the rare item are absolutely awesome, and you can just add the legendary power from the Codex of Power to your rare item and it will become legendary. This is actually really well made. And the final word, guys. Overall, I would say the Diablo 4 currently was for me 8 out of 10. We had enormous fun this weekend. We were blasting with the community, and Diablo 4 the beta left me with a feeling that that's it! There is still so many things to try, there is still so many things to test in the game, and it was 3 days, it was absolutely not enough, even though I played every day 11 hours. I can't wait for the next beta, for the next characters, for Necromancer and for Druid. And the most ridiculous part, I'm not finished yet with the Rogue, Sorceress and Barbarian. I still need to test enormous amount of things there. I want to see enormous amount of things there, and this is saying something about the game. That's only level we saw just the first act. We saw just a touch. Only till level 25 we were able to level our characters, so I am so far actually quite impressed how fun it is to play with the community, how cool it is at this point. Some improvements should be made, would be cool if they would be made, but right now Diablo 4 is in a really good spot. Thank you so much for watching, chat, thank you so much for helping. Guys, drop a comment below. What did you like, what you didn't like about the game? Are you excited about the beta? If you were not playing the early access beta and you will be jumping in right now in the open beta, check out also the builds that I made for Sorceress and for Rogue. If you played early access beta, also check them out. They're absolutely amazing builds, and you will have a lot of fun in the early access beta. You will have a lot of fun in the open beta. I will be starting the open beta from Necromancer, and then I will be going into the Druid, and then I will be playing them all, going nuts with them all. Yeah, guys, next weekend can't come sooner. We need Diablo 4 back. Give it back. Give it back. It's awesome. So, once again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and see you really soon in the Sanctuary, in the open beta.